sports. It's in the game.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can give a shit about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher.
Welcome back, everyone, to Madden NFL 21. Now, we have kept your saved options from last year's game. You can change these options and accessibility.
Okay.
This is the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. And this was the scene a few short hours ago. Kansas City and Baltimore emerging from their tunnels are two top seeds in the AFC. And this was billed as the battle of the quarterbacks. Bring the Ravens back and get them to Super Bowl 55. So here's Lamar Jackson and the Ravens needing a couple of scores as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Breaks through the contact and able to rip off a big...
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse your wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Nah, that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, it's not a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 81 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
For the point after.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
What are you doing? You gotta step it up.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch the run.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run the counter. Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 29-yard line.
Second down, this is Madison. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down and goal to go.
This time Wilson will throw. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Cousins again. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action now, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this fight? Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Seahawks 13.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
At the 38-yard line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Wilson going to keep it on the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, it's Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. On the Seahawks 44-yard line.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A second and 10 now. They run it again with Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 44 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Seahawks 13.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, he'll find Ballore out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
He can run for it, and he will. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 43. Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to keep it again. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. throwing now. Wilson on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth.
Seahawks, 27.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's 2nd and
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And right side, they're going to go option here. Again, it's Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. 23 yards the pickup there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. $13 yards remaining on second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On play action, Cousins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. And Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
For us. us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs are heading back to defend their title as we say so long from snowy Baltimore and welcome to Madden NFL 21.